Hi, it's Miss Julie. I thought maybe you'd like to do something called sequencing with me. In sequencing, you try to put things in the right order. So I have 3 cards where there are a couple kids building a ramp to make their cars go down fast. And we want to put them in order so they tell the story the right way. I have the number 1 here, the number 2, and the number 3. So here we're going to put what comes first, what comes second, and what comes third. So let's look at these cards together. In this one, the boys have a box and they're putting a piece of wood down to make a ramp. In this one, the boy is setting up the box. The other boy is holding the box's lid and the board that will become a ramp. And on this one, the ramp is set up on the box and the car is going down. Which of these pictures would come first in the story, do you think? The one where they're putting the ramp on the box? The one where they're putting the box down and the boy is holding the lid and the ramp? Or the one where the car's going down? I would say definitely this one would not go first, right? Because that's when everything's set up and they're playing with the cars. So let's put that one aside for a minute. Let's look at these two. Which one would come first? Would it be the one where the box is put together and they're putting the ramp on the box? Or would it be the one where they're setting the box down, they haven't yet put the lid on the box, and they haven't yet put the ramp on the box? Do you have an idea? I think this one comes first, because they're just getting started, right? The boy's setting the box down and the other boy is probably going to hand the lid to him so he can put the lid on the box, and then they'll put the ramp on. So I'm going to put that under the number 1 because that goes first. Now let's look at the other two. In one of them, they're setting up the ramp, and in the other one, the car is going down the ramp. Which one do you think comes next in our story? Probably this one, right? Because they're still setting things up. They've made more progress than they had made in the first picture, but they're still putting things together. So that one I think will come second. And the third one is where everything's put together. They've set up the box and the ramp, and they're able to put the car down the ramp now. Third. Does that tell a good story? They set things up. They are almost finished setting things up, and they're playing. I think we did a good job with that one. All right, let's take a look at this next one. In this picture, you see a boy is playing with the train. He has the locomotive, he has the coal car, and he has the caboose all set up, and the train is going on the track. In this picture, the boy is putting the locomotive on the track. It's the only car he has right now, right? There's no coal car, there's no caboose, just the locomotive. In this one, the locomotive is set up and he's attaching the coal car. Do you see a caboose in that picture? I'm going to move my finger. Nope, no caboose. So think about, which one do you think comes first out of these 3? Do you think this one? Because this one, he only has 1 car. So I think he would have 1 car first, and then he might set up another one and then another one. So let's put this under the number 1 because that goes first. Now let's look at these 2. Which one do you think comes second? In this picture, he has 3 cars set up. In this picture, he has 2 cars that he's setting up. I think this one comes second because look, here he has 1 car, here he has 2 cars, and here he has the whole train set up and he's playing 3 cars in his train. First, second, third. That tells a good story, doesn't it? All right, we've got our last one here. we have two girls who are going to go on a bike ride. In this picture, one girl is on her bike, the other girl is just starting to get her balance on the bike. In this picture, both girls are riding the bikes. And in this picture, the girls are putting on their helmets and the bikes they're not on the bikes. So let's look. Here they don't have the helmets on, and they do have their helmets on in these two pictures. Which one do you think might come first? What do you have to do first when you ride a bike? You have to put your helmet on, right? So let's put this one first. I think when they're putting on their helmets, that's the first thing they would do. Now this might be a little tricky. We have one picture where the girl is just getting up on her bike, and then this picture, both girls are riding their bikes. Yeah, you have to get on your bike first, right? And then when you're on your bike, you start to ride. First, second, third. The girls put on their helmets, they get up on their bikes, and then they ride together.